Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Manchester City drew yesterday, 1-1 against Nottingham Forest. It was very, very frustrating. That is City these days, but still, there is loads to talk about. I don't think yesterday was all a story of doom and gloom. Of course, at full time, it felt bad. At full time, it felt frustrating. It felt painful. That is football sometimes, but I still think there was plenty to talk about in this game of football. So today I'm going to run through 5 things that I personally took from this game. Not the most, you might disagree with some of them. That's of course normal. This is just my personal takes. Don't forget, I don't speak for everyone on this channel, but these are things that I stood out to me personally. Hello, of course, to everyone joining in the live chat. I would say always don't worry if you don't catch these videos live. I do go through the 5 things that we learned first before getting to chat with you guys as well. So do not worry about feeling basically that you're missing out or anything like that. I know a few people have messaged me recently saying, do more pre-recorded videos because I'm not always around for the live chats, but I'll try and do these videos so that you can watch them without be able to catch them live, if that makes sense. So do not worry at all. So, yesterday was frustrating. It was frustrating. It was one of those results where, in my personal opinion, it could have gone 2 ways. If we'd scored any of the number of chances, we'd probably get a third. Everyone talks about a great performance and all that kind of stuff. But football can change on moments like that, on multiple moments like that, I guess. And yes, he felt very, very frustrating. So let's jump into the video. First, I want to talk about this ad on my channel here. Football Prizes have got a signed Vincent Kompany shirt. Vincent Kompany, El Capitan, man. Like the captain, the superhero, my legend, my leader, my man, Vincent Kompany. You want to win a signed 2011-2012 Vincent Kompany shirt, of course, the year that Manchester City, Aguero, all that happened. All you got to do is click the link in the description below. Competition ends tomorrow night. It costs a few quid to enter. There's only like 20 odd entries so far, so you've got a very good chance to win if you want to. And there's also some instant prizes that you can win as well, including a Calvin Phillips signed Man City shirt. So there's basically a really interesting chance to win that. Go and enter that competition if you want to win that. It's a wonderful prize. And let me know if you enter, and good luck if you do. So the first place I want to start is with the title of the video. I've got an ulcer, by the way, there. So you do that. That's why. It's driving me mad. When I'm not well, I get an ulcer. I'm feeling a bit better, but also anyway. Do City like game management? Now, this isn't based on nothing. I think Manchester City recently, we see situations where we always feel like City don't make substitutions at the right time. Now, immediately, I can already feel people screaming at the screen. Does this guy think he knows more than Pep Guardiola? Who the fuck does this guy think he is? I mean, look at him. Look at us there. I mean, who do you trust, me or him? I trust him, I'll be honest. I'm already telling you. I do not think that I know more than Pep Guardiola. But I, as a fan, am noticing a trend, really, that maybe City, we tend to concede with our first goal, shot on target. Like, I think it's happened like 4 times in a row, something stupid like that. It's frustratingly annoying. And when you go back through the results, the Spurs 1-0, United 2-1, where we lost our heads very quickly, Southampton 2-0, Everton 1-0, yesterday 1-0, Brentford 2-1. We've had a lot of games where you felt like City haven't really kind of pulled the finger out a little bit. It kind of got ahead in the game, and that thing feels frustrating because you look at yesterday, it felt very obvious to me that City weren't going to get that second. Mainly because, as I tweeted, I've seen this film 1,000 times. Like, I don't know if I'm wrong here, but it felt to me like I felt I knew what was going to happen. I'd just seen it so many times before that I was like, we're going to concede here with our first shot on target. We're not going to score that second goal because some days that just happens. It felt like it was never going to happen. At that point, I was thinking, let's just shut up shop. It felt like we made our change way after they made their change, Bring on Ake, calm it down a little bit, get a lot more solid, keep the ball, take the sting out of the game. And keep it simple. I don't think it makes Pep arrogant to do this, by the way. Like, people talk about Pep's arrogance. I don't think it's fair. Pep is just a fucking ideas man. Like, he's not an arrogant man. I think he's just, in fact, if anything, I think it's the other way. I think he trusts the players on the pitch to do the job an awful lot. But I think sometimes we maybe can't see the wood from the trees, or in this case, the wood from the forest. I think sometimes we struggle with that a little bit, and and I just do wonder sometimes if we lack a little bit of pragmatism. Like, I would have been happy, totally happy, as Danny's just said in the chat, bring Phillips and Ake on, Foden and Haaland, get it really tight, fucking frustrate the life out of Forest, take the sting out of the game, play keep ball, and stop looking for that second, because it's not going to happen. And maybe we get the second with the defensive plays on the pitch. How does trusting the players on the pitch equal arrogance? I mean, I think it's the opposite. It's trusting the players that you got out there is not arrogance. It's like, you could say it's arrogant to say that the play. Look, you can twist it in many ways. I think maybe it's just a flaw of his sometimes that he does this. But like, to me, I feel like it's not a new thing. It's something that's happened to City a lot over the years, and maybe it's a way that we play or something like that invites it. But I always feel like there's a chance that the City could get it. Be got at in general. And as much as I love Pep, as much as I love Manchester City, it is something that we know is familiar. So you do start to wonder, should we every now and then just think, fuck it, this ain't all day in front of goal, let's frustrate the life out of him. We will see. Now, despite everything with that chance yesterday, I thought Phil Foden had a really good game. And I think Phil Foden had a really good game, and we need him to have a good game. I know he fucked up that thing, and I know he did, and this is not defending him at all. My personal take on the Foden incident, by the way, is that I actually think he tried to do the right thing. I think he went through on goal, he overthought it a little bit, and then he tried to pass it because he thought, I should pass it here. And he just the ball bobbled, and he just kind of got a bit flustered and messed up. Shite. Absolutely shite, and I'm sure he's pissed off at himself. But I think we'd be lying if we said before that he wasn't playing really well. I thought Phil was excellent yesterday. I thought he was bright. He was intelligent. He was beating his fullback so many times. He was linking up. He was creating chances. He was just an absolute fucking nightmare. And I love Phil Foden when he's in that form. I mean, he's so dangerous on the right. And I think, honestly, I thought he had a really encouraging game. I think if Man City are going to win the league, we're going to need every single player in form. Mahrez has been excellent, but Mahrez has to play every game these days, simply because, everyone's been out of form. Mahrez cannot play every single game. We need people to come in every now and then, and we need a fit and firing Phil Foden in the same way that we need a fit and firing Mahrez. I do not have a preference at all. I really don't. I want both to be brilliant. And I think Foden yesterday personally showed promise. Like, I thought that was his best game in a long time. I thought he looked lively. One thing I didn't say, by the way, mainly because I don't think I was allowed to say it. I was at Manchester City last week, the week before last, before the Villa game, doing some filming and in the studio, and I popped out at one point just to make a phone call. I could see in one of the training pictures Phil Foden working one-on-one with a coach directly. Now, to me, it looked like a bit of a fitness thing, so I think people were speculating that he wasn't actually injured. I think he was injured. I saw him one-on-one with a physio afterwards. This was after training as well, by the way. I know it was after training because I was waiting to meet Ake and Rodri on the press day, so to speak, for some content that will come out eventually. But it was after training, and they were doing the press stuff, and Phil Foden was still on the training pitch working. So Phil obviously has been working hard. He's obviously got his head down, working hard and trying to find his form. And I was happy to see them back on the pitch and do really well. And I think, honestly, maybe he's lost a bit of confidence. Like Phil, about a year ago, would have just made the pass comfortably or scored that finish yesterday. It happens, man. Like, it's not great, and I'm frustrated by it. But I think we need Phil Foden back, man. We need Phil Foden back. And I think yesterday showed promise. So fingers crossed, it's a good sign. I fucking love Kevin De Bruyne. I absolutely love him. He's probably my favourite Manchester City player ever. And I can't believe I have to say this at the start of the video, but I have to at this point, just because I know people will dive at me. And people will rightly go, Stephen, you were so fucking praiseworthy of KDB after the Arsenal game. I was, and I stand by it. But at the same time, I can't ignore KDB had a stinker yesterday. And he's had a few stinkers this season. KDB, it feels like every now and then his age catches up to him. Like, KDB had a shocker yesterday. He really did. I love the man. Like, he was just pinging it from 10 yards constantly and giving the ball away. And, like, KDB, I fucking love you. I absolutely adore you. He's the genius. And I think he's one of the greatest midfielders in the history of the game. I really believe he's that good. But I do think every now and then his age starts to show. And I think KDB right now, like, De Bruyne, I feel like we have to be a little bit realistic and accept that, he's 32 at the end of this season. He might not be able to play every single game. And I think he needs to find his form a little bit better, because yesterday he was bad. And I love him. I absolutely love him, man. I absolutely love him. But like, I do think there are times when we're like, oh, he needs to be a little bit... maybe he needs to not play every single game. Maybe it's just back-to-back is difficult. Having said that, like, maybe it's he can't play twice a week at the moment. I don't know. Maybe that's bullshit. But for me, with KDB, I just want to see him be... maybe rotate a little bit more. Maybe the issue is that his squad isn't that big, because Bernardo and maybe it's that Foden plays in the middle a little bit more. If you've got that bank of Rodri and Bernardo there, and then you got Gundogan, KDB, maybe Foden was perfect for that because you've got the control of the other three, and Foden could play on the right side of the field alongside Mahrez, and maybe that would work. But KDB was getting frustrated yesterday, and I think his form was... KDB's always been a fine line player. I absolutely agree with Mason in the comments there. He's always been, as I've always said, he's shit until he's good, KDB. But at the moment, I think he's a bit too that. He used to be that he's average and then he'd be brilliant. But at the moment, he's poor until he's brilliant. And I feel like it's getting a bit more weighted towards that. And as much as I love him, I think we need to address the elephant in the room there, potentially. 4th point. Let this man cook, man. I know yesterday was frustrating, but I think he's onto something. I actually like what we're trying. As I was saying, I think yesterday we scored in those chances, which Pep coached. This could have been a 3-4-0, and everyone would be talking about City beating Spurs. Not Spurs. Fuck, we never beat Spurs. What am I about? Beating Arsenal, beating Villa, beating Forest, and City being back. I think Pep's onto something. I think this is the most chances we've created, the most energy we've had for a while, and the most focus we look going forward. I really liked the creativity yesterday. I really liked it, man. Do not give up on the system just because of this result. Let this man cook. I really do think he's on something. I honestly believe it. I think even though yesterday was a frustrating day, I think the football at times was excellent. And I think this system, maybe we need a player or two, or maybe we need the odd tweak here and there, but we're getting close to it. We are getting close to it. And I think we should be really wary of ripping it up and starting again. This is the best I've seen City play, and I think in a while. And I think if we carry on playing with that level, and quality, I actually think we'll basically, I think we'll start to win games, and I think Guardiola will start to shore up the odd mistake here and there. I think he'll help with the game management, and I think he'll get the defense a little bit more, focused, and ultimately as well, I think we will score goals. Like what happened yesterday with all the chances missed, you can't really allow, you can't. What can Guardiola say about Laporte missing a header from 2 yards out, and Foden falling over when he's through on goal, or Haaland missing some sitters? These things aren't really Guardiola's fault. He coached a 4-0 victory yesterday, but the players fucked it up, man. Usually that doesn't happen when you've got Haaland. It just doesn't happen. But I think he's onto something, man. I think we should be positive about it, because yesterday I think there was some good signs. Just keep at it and get the fine margins. Now, I don't want to be seen as negative here. I'm going to get called it anyway. Could Laporte move on? I thought yesterday there was a couple of times where Laporte, and I love the guy, looked lacklustre. And he did. And there was rumours going around on social media today that Guardiola prefers Ake right now to Laporte, but Laporte offers more in the build-up. I worry about Laporte a little bit, because the defence looks a bit shaky, and I'm not trying to single him out. I'm really not. But Laporte yesterday, for that moment, defensively, he maybe he needs game time. Maybe he does need game time. But where was he going, man? He just let someone go past him. And the reason I'm talking about this with Laporte is I'm putting 2 and 2 together to get 4. And there are rumours. The rumours that Laporte apparently wants out. So this is based off that. And there's rumours that City want Vardiol, the defender. So I wonder if we could see a shake-up. I fucking love Laporte and hope, I'm not signaling about at all, but he just feels, you get a sense of something. Laporte yesterday was a little bit lacklustre, and he's defensively, the way that Brennan Johnson just glided past him was poor. And I do wonder, when you've got a situation where a guy who obviously wants to go, he's not really hidden, and he makes the odd mistake here and there, even though he's a wonderful footballer, and City apparently linked to Vardiol, you do think, are the stars aligning here, and could Vardiol be perfect for this system? If we're going to play 3 at the back, Vardiol can also play left back. And I do wonder if this is going to be something that we'll see happen. I'm not blaming Laporte for yesterday. Trust me, I'm not. But I just started to see signs that maybe we could be seeing an exit brewing here. And I think it could be something to consider, man. Johnson went past him too easy yesterday. He sort of stood there and it frustrated me a little bit. It really did. So something to keep an eye on. So these are the 5 things anyway I learned. I'll run through them again. Do City lack game management? What do you guys reckon? Let me yes or no in the comments. Am I overreacting? Do City lack game management? I think they potentially do. I think there's something to consider there. I'll read some of your comments. No, according to Charlie. Yes, according to Mad Hatter. Jim Matt says no. A lot of people saying no. Okay, that's fair enough. Were you encouraged by Foden yesterday? The mistake aside, let me know your verdict on Foden yesterday. Personally, the game manager against Arsenal was good. I'll give you that. It absolutely was. I was personally encouraged by Foden yesterday. I want to see Foden build on that form personally. It's kind of split. It seems to be relatively, positive. KDB's form, how do you feel about it? Is it an issue? Is it something that it's not a big issue at all? For me, I feel like there is an element of KDB's form that we have to accept that maybe he can't always play 90 minutes or every single game or twice a week. And maybe we just haven't got the players, I don't know. Maybe no. We'll see. Pepe's onto something. I think he is personally. Anyway, that's one of the 5 things that I took from this game. Of course, there's loads to talk about. I do want to talk about Edison. I'm not really sure. I'm going to watch it back. I'm going to watch the goal back with Edison. Can he do anything about it? I don't think he can do. I know people are frustrated by Edison's shot stopping, and I actually agree. I think his shot stopping can be lackluster, Edison. And I think I want a bit more. You want a big moment, don't you, from the keeper? And I'm looking at it back now. I'm watching the highlights. Laporte's terrible. Rodri's fucking shocking. I don't think Edison can stop that cross. I don't think he can do. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't know if he can. I'm not convinced he can, personally. I thought Grealish was good, by the way. I thought Ruben Diaz was good. I think another Ruben was good. Nicholas bringing in... Come on, little man. There's another Ruben coming in, by the way. And given that we're near the end of the video, I don't feel bad, because I've already done the 5 things that we learned. Ruben McInerney. He's just fed. Keep him up. Hey, Ruben's everyone. Say hello. Ruben is essential to any Manchester City side, as is Ruben Diaz, Let me sit my little boy down. There we go. I actually think Grealish is playing good football at the moment, I think Grealish was absolutely excellent to him as well. That's the one thing to me that I'm really encouraging. He's not excellent, but he's good. Grealish is Ruben could play better than Edison. Doesn't look happy with the performance. What do you reckon, Rubes? Yeah. Ruben's verdict was anything else to say? Anything else, you little guy? What do you reckon? What do you reckon, little man?
I'm still waking up, Daddy.
He's still waking up. Oh, the mic's moving on to him. You got any views, little man? He's just woke up, by the way, from a nap. So I going for all the players, by the way. Grealish, I think, is in good form, and I thought Grealish's energy was really good. I was really impressed with his general drive yesterday. Grealish. Nicholas just walked off. She's leaving me here to chat with him. And I was also impressed in general with, I guess, the dynamism of Man City. I think we generally are onto something. Haaland had an absolute fucking mare, obviously. I don't know what Haaland was doing. Let him talk. Let him talk. Give us away, Ruben. He's 4 months old yesterday, by the way. His eczema's getting a little bit better, but it is fair to see it. I tweeted yesterday about his eczema. We got a new cream, and it's he gets distracted by the lights, by the way, because there's so much going on. He's there ooh. There's 2 screens in front of him and a big old light. It's beautiful, isn't it? You gonna say anything, little guy? You gonna say anything? No, little man? I love him so much. He's the best thing in the world. By the way, I will say, one good thing about having kids is that, as frustrated as I am, frustrated as can be about City sometimes, one look at him and it doesn't feel that bad anymore, honestly. It really does change your perspective a little bit. Haaland yesterday had an absolute fucking mare, man. What does everyone reckon about Haaland? Did he dive, or was the contact warranted? I saw a lot of City fans arguing about it this morning. I think he went down soft. He did go down soft, and it frustrated me a little bit. I think I am in this soft camp. And it's annoying, because why the fuck did he do that, man? You threw him goal. I don't know. Amara said we played great. Poor finishing and defensive error doesn't change that. That's the best we played for months. You have days like that we just can't afford to. I sort of agree, actually, mate. I thought we were good. You're bored of this little guy. You're. I do think he should have gone down that soft. Personally, I think it wasn't good. It really wasn't. And he should have scored yesterday. Haaland can have those days. He should have had 3 or 4 goals yesterday. It's funny though, because he was moaning the other day about not getting put in behind, and he had loads of chances yesterday, and he really should have scored. United looking good, by the way, aren't they? United. What score did he finish? I've not looked at the final score, but Bernardo's not a left back, obviously. I do like though. I know it's a bit risky, but I don't mind this system because I think our attacking fluidity is miles better. It's miles better, and I know we need to sharpen up defensively a little bit. But I do look at him smiling at the camera. He's so cute, isn't he? But I do reckon that it's sort of worth it because I think there's something there. I think creativity. Oh, he's a big yawn for the little guy. Creatively, we are getting something out of it. Oh, standing Ruben McInerney. He is the fucking man. He comes from Ramsbottom. He's harder than Yenan. He plays in blue and white for Guardiola's man. And when we win the league, Ruben will sing this song again. Oh, Ruben McInerney. Oh, he's the best. I love him. Look, Ruben's here, so we're gonna win the league this year in Champions League. To be honest, I felt positive yesterday. If we look at about, I think the football that City played was good, and the signs of promise there. And I do actually think, I'm grabbing the mic, little man. I do actually think that neither Arsenal or I think there's basically. I don't think not many people are convincing. And I think the City find any form will win the league. We will see. Anyway, I'm going to wind this down with my little man. What's going on here? Do you know what? I'm going to watch this now. There you go. I'll bring it a little bit closer on the little guy. There we go. Look at him. Isn't he beautiful, man? Isn't he the most beautiful little boy in the world? Fucking love him to bits. But we'll get it. We'll get it right. We'll improve it. I do think there is courage. They're encouraged though, man. I think there was promising days yesterday. What are you saying, little guy? What are you saying? Right, guys. I'm gonna go and look after my my baby boy, my little boy Rubes. Oh, he's trying to eat my hand. No, he's grabbing my hand. Right, you're all. Thank you. You're all wonderful. Don't forget to check out, by the way, the football prizes competition. Where you can win a signed Vincent Company shirt. Click the link in the description right now. Ruben will hand deliver the shirt. You won't do. But you, of course, could you win that? And who doesn't want to win that? Do you want to win a signed Vincent Company shirt, Rubes? Do you? I mean, of course he does. Of course he does, little man. Of course he does. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Like, subscribe, all the usual stuff. And we will catch you very, very soon. I got a super chat further up, did I? I mean, I did I? No, it was Amara Riffs, which was a member chat, which I read out. I did. I don't think I missed any super chats. I don't think I got any today. All good, though. Right, guys, subscribe in a bit. Love you all, those. Up the Blues. Things will be good. Bye-bye.